You recall, leaders, I still have the information. Let's recap. Let's just recap. Let me know if you see the the shared document. I'm about to share something now. Let me know if you are able to share the document. This is the time where you should start focusing, because these are the. If you make mistake now, you'll have a serious problem. Can you see the document?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So yesterday, I managed to. We managed to do an example of balanced incomplete block design, where K is equal to R, where the size of the block is equal to the number of values in each treatment. The number of values in each treatment uh, is equal to the size of the block. The size of the block, we know, we call it R, we represent by K, and the other one for the treatment is represented by R. So it's not always the case that you'll get these cases. It's not always the case that it will be always like this, where K is equal to 3. So I will share a question that you'll do it during the tutorials, where K is not equal to R. So it means you must read the question and understand which one will be the blocks, which one will be the treatment. It's not always the case where that will indicate that these are the blocks and these are the treatments. So, but from the given statement, you can get that information. So I will share an example. I said I will share 2 questions. Hopefully by tomorrow, those questions will solve them during the tutorials next week. So let's recap, leaders. From there, we construct the 2 ANOVA tables, and we call it a day. I can assume you are tired. So, what is the rule of of balanced incomplete block design? Let's recap. From there, we'll move to the ANOVA tables. What is the rule? Anyone who can still recall what I said last time? Where do you start? Rule of balanced incomplete block design. What is the first thing that you are supposed to check? Guys, are you still connected? What is the first thing that we are supposed to check? I said always check that I said you have to check if the lambda is an integer. That is the rule. This one is very, very important. It must be a what? It must be a whole number. So if lambda is not an integer, please check your calculations. Otherwise, if you think you are right and lambda is not an integer, it's a fraction, you stop with the calculations and conclude that I cannot solve the problem because this condition is violated. My lambda is not an integer, and then you put a full stop. 2, when adjusting, we're just recapping. When adjusting the blocks or the treatment, sorry, make sure that the summation of Qi is equal to 0. And when adjusting the blocks, make sure that summation of Qi star is also equal to 0. We managed to do this yesterday. The third one, we managed to do that. And this one is it keeps on continuing. Leaders, when you are solving a problem or you are constructing an ANOVA table, you get some of squares which are negative. Please don't submit those things because they're not, you know that they're not correct. So please, if you get some of squares when you're constructing, there's no way that from the ANOVA table you can have a negative value. So immediately that you notice that you're having a negative value, it means you don't continue. You check your mistakes. Or these things of submitting things that you know that they are wrong, it's not good at all. So now let's construct that ANOVA table. Let's start with the one where we're adjusting the treatments. I was told yesterday that SSTO is equal to 81. SSB, I was told is equal to 55. SST adjusted, I'm told is equal to 22.75. SSE, this one is what, leaders? I think 3.25. Maybe it's very, very important to indicate where Q1 is equal to, because yesterday there was a debate about the Qs. So let's do this, guys. So now, what is our Q1? Someone told me yesterday that this one is minus 3, minus, is it minus 7 over 3?
Yeah, it's minus 7 over 3.
And then the third one, I think you
Minus
said
4
is
over
minus,
3.
and this one is 20 out of
3.
3. And then the condition holds, right? Summation of Qi, is it equal to 0? Now we have this information, leaders. Let's construct an ANOVA table. Let's construct an ANOVA table. Our ANOVA table will be source of variation, degrees of freedom, sum of squares, ms, and f. So treatment adjusted, we usually write it treatment adjusted because that's what we have adjusted. And now we'll have the block here, we have the error, and we have the total. With the degrees of freedom of the treatments, how many treatments do we have? We have 4. 4 minus 1 will be 3. Blocks, we have 3. And then now you don't say T multiplied by V to find the total number. You check the number of observations from the table. If I recall very well, yesterday we agreed that N is 12. When you count the numbers there, I think you're getting 12. So 12 minus 6, 3 is minus 6 will be 6. And then this one, no one opposed when I was writing the values. So, like, can you please help me with the remaining calculations? Tato, help me.
Isn't it the degree plus freedom of total n minus 1?
Oh, yes. N minus 1. Thank you very much. So, this is wrong.
11 and 5.
11 and 5. Thank you, leadership. Thank you very much. It shows that you are focusing. I like that. Let's continue. Let's continue, leaders.
7.583.
7.583.
18.33 on the blocks.
18. Thank you, Mr. Manyama.
0.65.
Let's find the F now and we test.
11.66.
11.
Yes.
The one for the thingy
28.20.
is what?
28.2.
28.20.
Thank you very much. So if you can check the F for the block, the tabulated one will be the same as the F for the one. The tabulated one. What is happening with me today, Mr. Manyama? I'm writing wrong things for the second time now. So with 5. Anyone with a table? 3 and 5.
5.4.
9, 4.
5.41. Sorry.
So we have these guys. Now, when we test for the blocks, we're taking if the blocks are effective or not. The normal way you do the testing. When testing for the treatment, you are testing if the adjusted there's a difference between the what the treatment means, isn't it? The normal way you know it. But what you did here, you tried to do what? To adjust the blocks first. So we have adjusted the blocks. So now what are we getting? We managed to solve the problem with missing information without estimating those missing values. Remember when we're dealing with chapter 3, complete randomized block design, we agreed that whenever you see a missing value, you have to estimate it. Like what happened in the test, you were not asked to estimate the value, test 2. But because you know the theory that whenever I'm dealing with a balanced, complete block design problem, if there's a missing value, I must first estimate that missing value. But now we're faced in a situation where we have missing value. The design is designed in such a way that though you can still solve the problem without estimating those missing values. That is why yesterday I asked this question: why are we saying balanced under incomplete block design? So let's write the question. Let's write the question down, leaders. What do we mean by saying balanced, or the word balanced? Balanced in incomplete, imbalanced incomplete block design. Why are we calling this design balanced? Why are we calling this design balanced? The notes that I shared with you yesterday, they address these guys. Before we do an example, I indicated why do you call it balanced while it is having missing observations. So the answer for this question, you will get it from the note that I was discussing yesterday. that before I do that example, there was some notes that we discussed for those who were not in class. So please revisit those the notes and then the slides that I was presenting yesterday. It's only a paragraph. You will get the answer for this question. It's very, very important to understand why we call the design balanced, even though it's having some missing observations. So now we're done with this one, leaders. So you will perform what? You'll perform the hypothesis. You will perform the hypothesis the normal way you know it. There's nothing that is going to change. You test for the treatment and you test for the blocks. So now, any question, leaders? Don't be surprised with the background. In the morning, I failed to connect from where I usually conduct my class. So that is why for this afternoon session, I was forced to move to a different location. So it seems like where I am now, the network is better, but don't mind the background. Don't mind the background noise. Um, I'm teaching from the streets. So questions, please. Feel free, leaders. Feel free. In future, what you have to know, leaders, there is no stupid question. There is no stupid question, or there's no useless question. So feel free to ask if you have a question. If you don't understand how we managed to get some of the values, feel free. I still have what we covered yesterday. Um, I still have the things that we covered yesterday, guys. If you need some clarity, here are the notes that we covered yesterday. So if you now need something based on what we covered yesterday, feel free. I will explain. Any question? Since you are silent, it means you understand. So either you're confused or you understand, isn't it? So now let's move to the other test. Adjusting the blocks. So what I can still recall from yesterday, SSTO is still 81. But these other ones, they have to change, isn't it? SS treatment. What is your SS treatment? What is your SS treatment? The value?
11.667.
11.67. Let's go. Let's continue. How did you adjust your blocks?
I first calculated the Q's, and after I multiply it with.
Give me the value of the Q's for those who are not in class, so that they can benefit.
Q1
Positive, right?
Yes.
Thank you. The second one?
Q2 is 8.
Is what?
8.
8.
Yes.
3.
In Q, it's -21/3.
And the last one?
Then 4 is 0.
So when you add this, let's check basic rule. Basic rule, we agree that summation of Q I star, when you add this, are you getting 0?
Yes.
Guys, are you also getting 0? Anyone who's not agreeing with the values? Anyone to second whatever he's saying? Kamuhelo, it seems, I don't know if you are disagreeing with the values or you are agreeing with the values. Are you agreeing with the values or you disagree? Sitati? They are correct. So it means you are simply saying even the sum of Qi star is equal to 0, right? So can you please give me SSB adjusted? Sitati is saying SSB adjusted is given by 66 point what? I have to go back to this one. 66.083. 083. And the error? And the error is what, leaders?
3.25.
It's the same value like the one that we calculated before.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So now we can construct the ANOVA table. So now we say source of variation, degrees of freedom, sum of squares, MS, and F. We have the treatment here. We have block, adjusted, we have the error, and we have the total. I'm told that this one is 11, 5, 3, 3. And then this one I still remember is 81, 3.25, 66.083. You said this one is what? 11 point what, Tato?
11.67.
67.
Yes.
Let's find the remaining information. F it will remain the same for the tabulated one. Guys,
3.88.
can I, sorry?
The MS for the treatment.
Yes.
3.88.
And then
22.076. 22.027.
82 or 22?
22.027.
Or 02. And then The error
0.65.
is what?
0.65.
Let's get the F.
5.98.
Second one,
33.8.
23.
33. 33.
23.
Yes.
So the testing is the same. When you're testing for the blocks, you're checking if the blocks are effective. And the other one, you're testing for the treatments. So, in short, chapter 4, it was about whatever we just covered now. Any questions related to chapter 4 now? We're done with chapter 4. I assume by now it means that question for, yes, that question from the assignment, because we've been calculating the value of lambda here. So in the assignment, if I didn't specify if you are adjusting for the blocks or for the treatments, you only find adjust the treatment. If it's not specific, just adjust the treatment. So even in the assignment, what I want the lambda when you are adjusting the treatment. You don't have to give me the lambda when adjusting the treatment and the lambda when adjusting the blocks, because I didn't specify, or I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think I have specified there. So if I didn't specify, you give me the lambda for the treatment. Yes, that's what they said. So
Okay.
yes,
I was
Tato.
saying, I was asking if the question said analyze the data and draw conclusion. Am I supposed to adjust the treatment and the block?
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. You see that question, because I'm not specific, you'll be guided by the marks. So if I'm not specific, like in that case, so adjust the treatment. Don't do both. If the question is not clear, adjust the treatment. If I want you to adjust both, I will indicate that adjust the treatment, construct two ANOVA tables. One will be adjusting the treatment and the other one will be adjusting the blocks. But in most cases, I won't ask you to adjust both. So if I didn't, in a case where I didn't specify Tato, adjust the treatment. If I want you to adjust the blocks, I will specify. I will be specific that adjust the blocks. Sometimes even if when I want you to adjust the treatment, I will be specific. But in a case where I'm not specific, adjust the treatment. Did I answer a question, Tato?
yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Otherwise, we are done for today. Ayan, can I hear your voice as the leader in Manyam?
Sir, myself, I don't have
Yes,
any questions.
leadership.
Sir. I don't have any questions
I can hear you.
today.
I hope I can hear you.
Yeah, if you can hear me, I'm fine. Sir. I'm back.
You're fine. Thank you very much. Sayani?
Yeah, I'm also fine, sir.
Yeah, so for those who need the script, tomorrow I'll be in the office. Ne? But
Okay.
I'll be there maybe around 11. So if you want your script, check me around 11, 12. Good luck for your assignment. Thank you.